First this morning, we are starting off with something all parents and grandparents should know. Your kids can actually do more than you think they can. Parenting expert Dr. Debbie Gilboa, a family physician and mother of 4 herself, says there are age-appropriate tasks for children of every age, starting earlier than you may think. We welcome regular PTL contributor Dr. G here to tell us what those tasks are and to give us some other tips to help us survive summer with kids home all day long.
All day
long, right? I know people are right in the middle of that. I'm so curious. So we have an almost 4-year-old now. So I think this is really kind of timely for us. There are things kids can be doing.
How old's your younger one?
She's 1, so maybe not quite on the chore
list. So I usually say
yet.
Kids can start around 18 months with helping with some things. Yeah, because they want to help, right? They want to do everything you do anyway and take stuff out of your hands anyway. So giving them some things to do that you don't come right along and do right afterwards for them makes a big difference. For example, even your littlest one, can she pair things yet? Like play games where you have to recognize 2 of the same?
Yeah.
Then she could pair shoes. My house, I have 4 kids. We get a huge pile of messy shoes by the front door, which is better than having that stuff tracked all the way through the house. But a kiddo your youngest age could absolutely pair shoes. Even if she couldn't yet figure out which bedroom to put every pair of shoes in, she could line them up in pairs, and that's really helpful.
So even at 18 months, you can start them doing things.
And since they want to help, you know, mommy, me do it. I do it myself, right? So, okay, great, you do it. If she spills something, then you say, okay, you take the paper towel, I take the mop. Right? So it's not that she's doing the whole chore herself, but her part you don't redo.
You know what, that does make a lot of sense because I feel like she's constantly doing, I mean, I can tell her like, put that back, do this, and she is wanting to do
And if she's eating at a tray or at a space on the table that has a placemat, she can wipe that off with a paper towel when she's done. She can start to get ideas that we help, not only with our own stuff, like putting her own pajamas in the hamper, but also for the whole family. One of my kids' favorite chores at age 2 and 3 years old was to be what we called the toilet paper police. If somebody finished a roll of toilet paper, they would yell out for the littlest kid, and he would of course insist in going on putting his policeman's hat on and yelling like he was a siren while he got more toilet paper from the place I kept it in the basement and stuck it in that bathroom. But it was a job where he contributed for the whole house.
And it made it fun for him to do that. So what are some of these other things that maybe we don't think about?
So as kids get a little older, so your 4-year-old, how can your 4-year-old be helpful? Really just think about the different areas of your house around. So we saw that great video of that kiddo sweeping, and sometimes when the broom weighs more than they do, it's hard to imagine, but they can help or hold a dustpan. They can help in their own room, but I really want to encourage parents to think about how to get our kids to help where they see it contributes to everyone. If you wash the hand towels around your house, kitchen towels, bathroom towels, they can go grab those off they pull them down anyway.
Right, they do. Why do they do that?
Right, exactly, and never put them back. So they can grab those down from around your home and put them in the laundry hamper. And that's a really helpful thing. Once your 4-year-old might even be able to bring a step stool and put new fresh ones back up.
So why do you want them to do things outside of their room?
I want our kids to see that they are necessary to our family, not just valued and wanted and loved, but also helpful and useful. I want them to see how much it matters that they contribute, because studies show that when we contribute to a group, we feel more connected to that group. We feel more vital, and we want to build confidence in our kids, right? One of the ways to do that is not just by telling them how awesome they are, it's by having them see that their contribution makes a difference. And that if they don't replace that toilet paper, now somebody's in there yelling, like, there's no toilet paper.
Right.
That it really matters, and it builds their competence. In my house, when you turn 7, you get a really big chore. You do the laundry for the whole family.
Wow.
And how did I know that a 7-year-old could do the laundry? Because when I was 7, I did the laundry, right? A lot of us had chores when we were kids.
We did,
that we're not asking of our kids, and our kids can really amaze us. Also, my washing machine is not more complicated than an iPad, and every 7-year-old I know can use an iPad.
That is so true.
So they might need help lifting the heavy laundry, but that's really it. The rest of it they can often do themselves, and when it's dry, it's not that heavy. Well, so it makes a big difference.
I think this kind of leads us into one of your other suggestions and tips. And we're talking about the kids being home all summer and the boredom sets in. And I loved your response to me. And our producer Jill said like a light bulb went off in my head. You could almost see it. When your kid comes up to you and says, I'm bored, what do you say?
Apparently my kids are never bored, because for just a little while when they were bored, I always invited them to clean the bathroom. And I wasn't kidding, because kids, even as young as 5 or 6, in one of my books I talk about how this is an age where, first of all, kids love to wear gloves at this age, and the rubber gloves come up to their shoulder. So it's not real dangerous to have them take some wipes or a spray bottle of water and a little bit of gentle cleaning solution and paper towels and start to clean some surfaces in the bathroom wearing those gloves. And I have 4 boys. I found cleaning the bathroom improves their aim tremendously. But also, it's my answer every time they're bored. I have a bathroom that could use cleaning. I'm so glad you're bored. They have stopped complaining about being bored.
Well, and you said that they can kind of take control too of their day if you want.
So for 2 things about boredom. One is we know, and there's a lot of research that shows being bored is actually pretty good for kids. It encourages their creativity. It builds resilience. It makes them look around at the things they already have and the people they already have to play with and think, how could I do this differently? What else can I do? What else is there to do? I'm not saying my kids never cause mischief when they're bored, but that's an important part of imagination and building their own growth mindset. The other thing is they can plan things. So if you have a half day that you're not trying to get a million other things done, you are going to spend some time with them, but every time you plan something, for example, they feel like, oh, but this wasn't quite right, or that wasn't how I wanted it, or it got boring real fast, then tell your child, you have 2 hours on Thursday. We can spend $12, and what would you like to do? And a child who reads and can internet search with your supervision can absolutely start looking at, and in Pittsburgh, we have great stuff. We have free spray parks, and we have amazing playgrounds, and we have places that if you have the transportation, you can go. And if you have a slightly older child, say, great, let's take the bus, figure that out. And your middle schooler can for sure get on our transit website and put in our home address and where we want to get to and figure out the best or least expensive. There are some wonderful skills, summer skills that our kids can work on that involve critical thinking and reading and writing and math that are planning a staycation day or planning an outing for younger cousins or planning if you're going to actually travel out of town, let them have a small budget if you can and a chunk of time and say, we're all going to do what you pick.
I love this. I'm like working through all of the ideas in my head now of what to do next. Lastly, we just want to talk quickly about helping them as they're preparing, maybe in these last couple weeks, to get ready for the school year.
Right, and so I hear as a parent a lot about the summer slide, and I have a rising 4th grader and 6th grader and 9th grader, and they have a little bit of summer reading, which I appreciate, and they'll get that done, but I also do wonder about this idea that kids lose some time in math and reading and writing. My kids don't have to write much over the summer, and it's their least favorite thing to do. So talking to our kids about looking at the curriculum or whatever's online about what's going to happen in their next school year. And you can start this really in 1st or 2nd grade and saying, hey, so I see you're going to learn to do this and that. What do you want to be excellent at next year?
Good question.
And then saying, so what should we practice so you're ready to learn what they have to teach you, and letting them guide. But also our librarians have great resources. So taking one of those boring half days, walking or driving to your closest library, and then taking some time with the younger librarian, meaning the librarian for the younger part of the library, and saying, what can my kiddo do? Or even better, having them ask.
Fantastic. Great advice as always.
Thank you so much.
I think it's that push we need to get through the rest of the summer. Thanks so much.
It's supposed to be fun.
It is supposed to be fun, I think. Okay. Dr. Debbie Gilboa, parenting expert, author, and family physician, and of course, regular PTL contributor. You'll find a link to her website, Facebook page, and books at kdka.com/PTL.